The question that had me delving into the vaults this week comes from Mary in Balga. When was the first computer built in Australia? Well, Mary, it was 1949. But unlike Hal in 2001, this computer couldn't speak. So we'll let the bloke from the CSIRO explain.
This is the computer CSIRAC. It was the first fully automatic electronic digital computer to be built in Australia. It was constructed in the Radiophysics Division of the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation.
CSIRAC was a monster, big as a suburban garage, using enough power to spark up a small town. The trade-off was that CSIRAC was 1,000 times faster than humans on calculators. But if CSIRAC was the future, it would be a future with more questions and perhaps even a little fear.
This week, Four Corners asks, when this circuit learns your job, what are you going to do?
In 1970, there's no doubt that there was a very strong focus on what was going to happen with the introduction of computers.
The computer cannot create, it can only process, and its results are only as good as the facts given to it. Everything is expressed in mathematical terms. To a computer, a man is a number, a pattern of holes in a punch card, a recorded symbol on magnetic tape or disc.
But if we think back through history, every time we introduce a new technology, there's a dislocation of some kind, both in the labour market and in the business models of organisations.
Not in the farthest future is the total destruction of the position or profession of clerk. Their jobs are in danger, and they have about 5 years to run, at the most.
I mean, a lot of the clerk-type roles did change. Now, I don't know that they disappeared in their old environment, but people were upskilled. So we had clerks moving into executive assistants, moving into pre-sales support roles, moving into computational clerks moved into accounting departments. So the jobs changed from the 70s till now in that 30 years.
Is there an age bar to learning computers?
Definitely. There's a definite age bar. There's no hope in the world for somebody past the age of 35.
And in the 70s that probably would have been the case because we were talking about machine-coded languages and hardwired instructions. And these days, of course, we're talking about being able to download and use information. I joined IBM in 1981, and I'm trying to remember what I did feel when I saw computers taking up, many, many rooms. And I think for me it was a feeling of excitement and curiosity about what we might be able to do. If I look at the growth of jobs, we've got fewer computational jobs being done by people, but we've got much more of the personal services jobs, the tailoring of marketing information. We've got consumers of technology now producing. So, I have a Facebook account, I have a MySpace account, I have an avatar in Second Life. So I'm producing ICT goods and services. And there'll be many people who use those applications who don't think of it in those terms. I'm a technology... I think geek is chic.
Yeah. CSIRAC's not exactly a laptop, is it?
Not really.
You're very strong in your thighs.
CSIRAC, I met CSIRAC a few years ago, it hasn't changed at all.
Right.
2,000 valves, all the wiring was hand soldered.
True.
And his nickname was the electronic brain. Isn't that fantastic? And he could compute at something like 1,000 operations a second.
Did you embrace computers early? Were you faster? Were you quick at it?
Not really. I'm competent, but I can already see my kids are moving away, and they can do PowerPoint presentations on my computer illiteracy.
Yeah. I can't do anything.
Okay.
And do emails.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do, really.
God, yes.
Come on. You won.